AssalamuAlaikum. So today, kind of a little update to what's been happening so far where we're at is the virus is kind of spiking back up. Aside from that, I've had like crazy things happening in my household at the minute. So we've got that going on, and then I've also just had my tooth removed as well, my back tooth. I had it removed like, today's the 4th day, but yesterday and today the pain's been worse than ever, and it's not a dry socket. Dry socket is like where the socket, kind of basically the hole where the tooth's been pulled out from, is dry. So it's not that, because that's severe pain. Just in case you guys ever get a tooth removed, like make sure the blood clot stays in there. So alhamdulillah, the blood clot is in there and it's all kind of healing, but it is still painful. Either way, sisters have been demanding coloured 2-layer niqabs, the medium one and the long one. So they've arrived, they've been made, and obviously now I need to take pictures of them. So alhamdulillah, it's a niqab, and my swollen face is not going to be visible. So I just hope I don't look too miserable from my eyes alone. So just gonna drop my kids off. I've got my kids in the back. I'm gonna drop my kids to my mother-in-law. Has insisted to have them for the day. Just obviously with a lot of things going on, she said, look, bring them round. Let me just even if it's just for you to rest for a day. Alhamdulillah, so I'm blessed like that. Usually I would just have them running around the house while I'm having the photo shoot getting done, and it's a lot more difficult like that because so many wires and things that they have to like step over, and they're very careful, mashallah. My kids, they're very good, aren't you guys? They're very good, they'll say, Mummy, can I walk past, because sometimes they have to kind of walk across the backdrop. So they'll ask, but it's more hassle, when you have to stop doing what you're doing several times in the process. So just watching my speed. So it's a lot more time consuming, having to stop several times, whether it's to feed them or get them water. Water's like a big thing in my house. Like I feel like I need a water dispenser immediately. So I said to my mother-in-law, instead of me chilling and giving them tea for me to chill, why don't you have them on Friday, which is when I need to do a photo shoot. It'd be nice to kind of not have them there for once, because like I said, it's very time consuming to having to constantly stop. So just dropping them off, and then I need to go to my mom's house and collect a few things, business related as well. Then I'm collecting my sister, who is like my mini photographer. I do pay her because obviously time is money, right? Ain't nobody got time for you to make money. So you got to pay for other people's valuable time, but mashallah, she does a really good job. She she does the pictures, she helps me with the ironing, because obviously everything needs to get ironed, right? I hate it when I see pictures of products on people that haven't been ironed. I just don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I mean, of course it's easier to open it out of the packet, put it on a model and take a picture, but in reality I feel like it doesn't make the product look as good, and in reality I don't think most people will wear it like that either. They will iron it, so I feel like it's much nicer to see it how it really would look in reality. So ironing takes a long time. I have been ironing since yesterday, and then obviously that's another reason why I used to think that all these photo shoots, they have the pretty rack there with the hangers and all the clothes kind of just there, like, look, this is what we have today. But no, it serves a purpose. It serves the purpose of having the clothes hanging there, that's been ironed, that's ready for the model to put on. It also allows you the ability to kind of coordinate pieces, match colours and stuff. Go on, mate. So that's the purpose of the rack, just in case somebody else assumed it was just for aesthetic purposes as I did. Yes, I need to get one of those. Yes, I've been ironing since yesterday. She helps me with the ironing, mashallah, and then she takes the pictures for me, and then she also does the editing as well. And obviously I pay, you know, for her time at home, for her to edit the pictures as well, because like the odd time is like there's times where I haven't got my niqab on, because I used to have this issue where obviously I'd take pictures of me wearing, for example, a jilbab with the niqab on, and then the sisters would be like, I want the jilbab, but do you have it without the niqab? And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't come with the niqab, you know, I just wear niqab, so you know, so I'm wearing a niqab in it. So then we kind of thought of, oh, why don't we take the pictures of me wearing the jilbab without the niqab, and then just kind of, you know, cut my face out of it. So that's what she's been doing, mashallah. I feel like that helps those sisters, you know, avoids that problem, right? Cuts that problem out where they think that, you know, it comes with a niqab, or you have to wear a niqab with it. Yeah, so I'm here. I'm just going to leave the kids, inshallah, and then keep you guys updated. Assalamualaikum. So I've dropped off my kids at my mother-in-law's. I've collected a few things from my mum's house, because my mum's a hairdresser. She's got hairdressers, like a hair salon, and obviously like when she used to study hairdressing, she had those kind of mannequin heads kind of thing. And the next product that I'll be releasing is the bonnet caps that you wear under a hijab. And alhamdulillah, I've been working with this manufacturer for a while now. Alhamdulillah, we've managed to develop kind of the typical bonnet you would get anyway, one with tie straps, because you guys voted for it, and then obviously I had the people that wanted the elastic as well. You guys kind of voted for both very highly. So I ended up, you know, at first I was going to invest only into one, and then I thought, you know what, I kind of do need a light colour as well, so I went with one black, one white, and then I thought I'll do, you know, yeah, even though it's costing me like a lot, but alhamdulillah, we've managed to use technology and material that is antibacterial, antifungal, anti-odour. So it's really, really good. I'm really excited about that. It will be a little bit more expensive, because obviously it contains the technology and the fabric. We'll be using bamboo for them. Bamboo is the fabric that's very breathable, and it's cooling as well. So it cools you down so your head doesn't sweat. Because obviously, you know, sweat equals smelly hair, right? Especially after, you know, if you're wearing hijab for like a whole day, you want it to be breathable, and you want your bonnet cap, especially if your bonnet cap, you know, you're going to remove it, and that's the closest thing to your hair. If you're going to remove it, you want it not to have kept any of the odor, even if there is some, or the bacteria, for you to then put it on the next day again, right? And you don't want to be washing it every day. So having it antibacterial and anti-odor is, you know, I think it's very important. So we're not going for the cheapest. You know what, lately I've been actually studying. I did study business at uni anyway, business management, but I didn't learn none of this stuff, right? I didn't learn none of this stuff at uni, and the kind of stuff that I'm learning right now, for example, is being that kind of cheap and cheerful company where you're like, everything is cheap, everything is, you know, the cheapest you can be, which obviously means the quality is lower, of course. You're also going to attract, and this is something a lot of people don't realize, but you also end up attracting the kind of customers that are actually a lot more fussy. Those customers that do only go for the cheapest option, they're actually the type of customers that are usually a lot more complacent as well. So they'll pay a penny for something and still complain, right? Whereas if you're more of a person that looks out for quality, then when you pay a penny for something, you're going to expect very little, and you're going to have no expectations, right? And you're less likely to complain. So by having a company that covers the product range that's a little bit more on the expensive side. Now, I'm not saying, you know, luxury brands, right, thousands of pounds for something that might cost you know, very little to make, but we're talking about the difference between the cheapest and better quality, good quality, and selling it kind of, you know, at a decent profit margin, but not exactly luxury, right? So if you're, you know, going for the kind of products that are better quality, you're going to attract customers who are less fussy, provided that you are providing the quality you're saying you're providing, right? Oh my god, sorry, I hate this motorway because you've got cars going at very fast speed, you're going at very fast speed, and you've got to like stop really quickly. So if your products are, you know, at a higher level, a higher price point, you're gonna attract a whole nother kind of audience, and the customers that you're gonna attract are the kind of customers that are less fussy. Of course, they'll have the expectation of decent quality because you know, that's what you're promising. So for as long as you are doing that, they're not going to be petty over silly little things, as opposed to the customers that you know, always buy the cheapest and always look for the bargain, and they'll buy 100 of something just because it's on sale, and those kind of people. So these are different types of customers that you would get, right? Now, I'm going for the middle route because even though my stuff is very good quality, I've just come into the market, so I approach the market. My strategy as a new business, as a new brand, was to come in at a very competitive price just to get attention, and I did that, and boy, the complaints I just got, right? So the complaints are so petty. Like, I'll have someone who I had a sister who ordered something that I said to her, it's not your size, it's going to be huge on you, sis, it's not going to fit you, it's going to be so long. She bought it anyway, and it was like the most expensive garment I had at the time, because it was actually like a special occasion fabric, very expensive. And what does she do? She returns it because it's way too big. It's like, I told you it's going to be too big. But anyway, but there's a whole other scenario with that along with it anyway. SubhanAllah, it turns out that her sisters actually had a whole brand, and soon after they returned my product, funny enough, they came up with something very, very similar. SubhanAllah, qadr Allah. But anyway, at least they're making the effort to make their own clothes, right? SubhanAllah, the thing that bothers me the most is when they steal my pictures and my content and my design, and everything. So then it's just like, SubhanAllah, at least make the effort to go and make the clothes, take your own pictures with it, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm here to pick up my sister, so I'll catch up with you guys. AssalamuAlaikum. Okay, so I've got me and my girls in the car. Today I have been contacted. Oh my god, today has been a crazy day, because today, as soon as I woke up in the morning, I had a party yesterday. So I had sorry, I'm just sorting out my jilbab. This jilbab is so convenient because it's got slits on the side. It's the waterfall one. Because it's got slits on the side, it comes on top of the seatbelt, and you could, it doesn't get creased. It doesn't have to stay, scrunched up on the sides. So yesterday I had a party. I invited my Quran teacher, my sister, a few sisters, and we had a really nice time, alhamdulillah. It's nice to get together, especially after quarantine. And I wake up this morning and I've got like everyone messaging me, everyone calling me, literally. I had to get my 11-year-old son to be like my operator. I said, listen, take the phone, otherwise I'm never going to get ready. So I've had to get my girls ready. I've got an appointment with an Islamic clothing store in London who are looking to stock my niqabs and my hijab magnets, inshallah. So we're going to speak to them. They've asked me to come in. Yeah, so we're going to do that. And then, school starting soon. I need to get some, uniform. I had an issue with a supplier who is supplying me, and you know, trying to get the best quality one, you know, for obviously for my jilbabs, you know. I thought that would be a very nice touch in comparison to the usual kind of elastic, you know, cuffs that we usually get, you know, where it's covered in fabric, got cheap elastic underneath. So I thought it's a great option, inshallah. So that's what I embarked on. Aside from the fact that he didn't send me a sample and wasn't replying to me for ages after I gave him like £2,000 for ages. I kept asking for a sample, and then next thing you know, he replies to me and says, oh, I've sent it, and I've sent it to the UK. I'm like, I don't need it in the UK. My factory is not in the UK. What am I going to do with it in the UK? So, and it's so funny because he literally wrote the full address of another country. He wrote literally the full address of the country, including a very well-known city that everybody knows is in that country. But at the end, he just put United Kingdom. That's the same thing as me putting like, you know, Parisian address, writing Paris and then adding United Kingdom at the end. And it's like, why didn't he realize? Why didn't the shipping company realize that that's clearly not in the UK? You know, that Paris is not in the UK, for example. So yeah, that was a little bit frustrating. And just been going back and forth, bringing up all these shipping companies, because they don't just ship with one shipping company. They ship like, you know, when they combine like different, like one company will send it to Germany, and then a different company will take it over from Germany and take it somewhere else, and then another company will take it from England, for example, and just, you know, carry it on and bring it to my house or whatever. So there's like a chain of companies that's joined together to, you know, to send over one package. And yeah, so it's just been crazy. But I've given up on chatting to him. He can just sort it out himself, because obviously I've had to leave for this meeting as well now. And then I've got a court case going on, so I've had to be sorting that stuff out, solicitors and all these kind of things. That's a little bit stressful as well. Yeah, and then obviously the kids are going back to school. I need to get school uniform, shoes, and the rest of it, inshallah. Oh yeah, and obviously my oldest son, he didn't get a place in the school we applied for, because we applied a little bit late. We were new to the area. So he's got a place in a very bad school, in my opinion, and Google's opinion and Google's ratings. So there's no way I'm sending him there. So I'm gonna have to homeschool him for year 7 until he gets, or however long it takes to get a place in a decent school. And in my opinion, he's gonna grow into a man, you know, in this school that we're gonna send him to. And I'm not sending him to the worst one in England. Definitely not. I don't think it's the worst in England, but it's definitely not the best. Probably the worst in London. Yes, I'm not sending him there. So yeah, I need to get books for him. I need to get him lots of books for all his studies as well, inshallah. So that's where I'm at. So I'll keep you guys updated and let you know what happens in my little meeting, inshallah. And also, I've got my poly mailers. They've come through as well. I've literally run out, so I've been using like really plain ones. That's not very good. I just got a shipment returned from Dubai. The address like came back incorrect, but yeah. So this time I've got the black ones, but I've also got this. I've got the little white ones that I use for the niqabs, and then I've also got these pink shaded ones. Yeah, this is a sample. It's not mine, but mine are down there. They're very nice as well. That's like the new size that I chose. Yeah, they're gonna go with all the new nude coloured hijabs that I've got that are chiffon, and they're stretch as well. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. I like them.